I'm Dion Niche.
And I'm Matthew Bunker.
And we don't know shit.
Nope.
What are we addressing today?
We're going to talk about Measure H.
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 We'll get back to that later. Measure H has to do with homelessness. I'm assuming that's where the H comes from.
Yeah, me too.
Specifically, I think it has to do with
Yeah,
building a place so they're not homeless.
Okay. That seems like a really big undertaking.
To me, it seems real simple.
But it's not that simple.
No, it's a lot more complicated, and we're going to learn about it, and you can learn with us. Jumping right in,
what is Measure H?
H.
So Measure H will increase the sales tax in LA County to pay for homeless services.
Okay, so we're increasing a sales tax, which I know people hate. Anytime you bring up tax, people get real upset.
Totally.
Not the homeless people.
I'm sure people are going, well, why should I have to pay for services for the homeless?
What's the increase? I don't know.
2%?
I feel like I heard it was 1%.
Oh, well, if it's that small, then why are people so...
I don't know, but let's find out if it's even 1%. It's like 12%.
So we're increasing sales tax by 0.25%.
Oh, 0.25?
Not even a whole percent?
Well, that's great.
I'm fine with it. How much money would a 0.25% increase raise?
Maths.
$1 million? No,
less.
I'm going to say $5 million. It's an arbitrary number.
I'm going to go for my lucky number, 8 million, not just $8.
350 million.
Oh. Out of it.
What?
Wow.
That's a lot of money to go to homelessness. When does the sales tax take effect?
Are you giving us the answer?
Yeah, about
There was a technical glitch,
Yeah.
so we know the answer.
So,
September.
yeah.
Which is a great month, by the way. It was the month I was born.
Okay.
Which is awesome. 350. I'm still reeling over this number.
But how many homeless people do we have in LA?
10,000.
Oh, I was thinking that.
Oh my god. That's probably right.
I'm gonna give you choices.
Oh, and 10,000 isn't that.
1,020, 4,700, 43,000, 115,000, or 564,000.
God, I hope that's not right.
Let's say 115.
Yeah.
115,000.
Every number is actually a real number.
Ah, I hate you.
1,020 people are homeless just in Hollywood. 4,700 people are homeless just downtown. 43,000 people are homeless in LA County. 115,000 people are homeless in California, and 564,000 people are homeless in America.
43,000 people in LA County are homeless.
Does it feel like that?
Well, I do get asked for money a lot. Which of your neighborhoods has more homeless people? She lives in Koreatown. I live in North Hollywood. Here's the thing about North Hollywood. It seems really great where I live. You go about 5 minutes north, it gets real rough.
And funny enough, when I'm in Koreatown, I only encounter very few homeless people, but it may be where I'm living.
I'm going to say it's me.
I think it's you too.
I mean, I'm not causing the homeless problem.
Yeah, North Hollywood.
So Koreatown has 310 homeless people. North Hollywood has 570.
Yeah, NoHo stands for no homes. Proud of that one.
Moving on, what would the sales tax rate be after Measure H is implemented?
This is the thing about California that's weird to me. Where I'm from, it was like generally the same sales tax everywhere. I moved here and I was working retail, and the sales tax was different in different cities. I think in LA it's 10%, so it would go to 10.25, but I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
Care to venture a guess? No.
No.
For most cities, after Measure H is implemented, the total sales tax will be 9.5%.
Oh, that's less than I thought.
But some cities are 10%, like Santa Monica, Inglewood, and some cities are 10.5%, Long Beach and Compton.
Why is the sales tax so high in Compton? You don't live in Compton.
I know, but I'm for my black people, and we're getting taxed up the wazoo.
But so is Long Beach. The fact of the matter is, it's less than I thought it was, so
Well,
clearly
yeah,
it's not that
that's true.
upsetting. Didn't we just raise the sales tax in November?
Did we?
I'm assuming the answer is yes, considering we're asking this question.
We did raise the sales tax in November by 0.5% for Measure M,
What was
Marijuana?
transit.
So we did raise it for transit. Why is everyone so up in arms about Measure H? Because clearly we're not paying attention How will the money be spent? On homeless people? Buying them a sandwich?
Soup kitchens, probably places where they can
Sleep?
centers,
This is like Mad Libs.
medical help.
I would hope
there's
so.
some
This sounds
plans.
great. I hope she's right.
Remember, this is only for services, so none of this money is going to go to construction of housing, but things like mental health care, rehab, employment services.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Like it's a fucking walk in the park.
Why didn't they think of this sooner? Why is anybody opposing this?
Because they. Oh, I can't even use that.
Which neighborhoods in LA voted yes on Measure H? I would say most of them except for the really rich ones.
Yeah.
I would say like Beverly Hills probably didn't.
So this is a map. The areas that are the darkest green voted yes by a larger percent. If you're light green, you voted yes, but maybe just barely. Brown votes no.
The breakdown is actually less about income and more about proximity. Except Beverly Hills. I was
Which
right
is
about
right
that.
bang in the middle.
But the
Which you'll
further
see.
out you get, the less people voted. But I mean, I guess that makes sense because they don't have the homeless people out there. So they don't realize that there are 43,000 homeless people chilling. Who decides how the money will be spent?
That's not us.
Thank God. I would say whoever proposed the measure.
I would. That might be, and then your representatives, your councilmen, probably go. Okay, I'm gonna fight you on that one.
The LA County Homeless Initiative will decide how this money is spent, and they are the ones that sponsor the measure. There will also be a Citizens Homeless Initiative Advisory Board, which will review all the money that's spent and publish an annual accounting so that we know that it's being spent wisely, as well as an independent auditor.
See, that to me seems nice.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many things happen in our government and it's sort of just...
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, so the fact that they have an independent auditor and there's like a citizens accountability sort of review every year.
Which basically means we can still always protest if we're not happy as citizens.
Yeah.
What are the pros and cons of it?
The pros of it are the fact that
We're helping people.
creating services that are desperately needed for homeless people.
Do we need to really say what the pros are?
I mean, the cons, which I feel like the biggest con that people have an issue with is they don't feel like this is actually going to really
Actually help.
fix the problem.
Absolutely. So the supporters of Measure H, like you said, say that this money is going to much needed services, especially services that specifically target why people are homeless. But a con, like you said, is this enough?
Obviously, we need to invest in the construction of affordable housing, but I think this is a good step there because even if you build housing, having a house is not going to be helpful because you can't maintain that without a job or mental health.
One of the other will not be sufficient enough
Exactly.
to combat the problem.
In November, we passed another measure called Measure HHH, or as Dion would say it.
HHH.
That measure took out $1.2 billion in bonds to jumpstart construction of 10,000 new housing units specifically for the homeless.
Well, that sounds lovely. Every time I hear this, I'm just so pleased.
It's like you're picking daisies.
Okay, so that's going to create a whole bunch of new housing. So I feel like these two things combined could really make a solid dent into the homeless issue.
Yes, I agree. I
Obviously
absolutely
not
agree.
with your tone.
There is a lot of corruption, so we need to be vigilant that the money that is being taken out of our taxes is going to these services.
We also need to be diligent about if something isn't working, adjusting it.
So this has been
Taxing emotionally. 0.25% of my emotion has gone to this video.
I am Dion Niche,
And I'm Matthew Bunker. This is Know Your Shit.
which we clearly don't.
We're against everything, but also for everyone. Any way you want it, that's the way you need